Sup, beautiful souls? Your boy Loon is back with another subreddit video, and today we are diving into r/entitled people instead of the usual entitled parents that we cover. I thought it would be more fun if we just looked at people as a whole. Doesn't matter if they're parents or not this time. And we all know some entitled people. Some of us even have it in our families, and I feel really bad for those of you that do, but let's goof at them today. And so let's get into it. Let's see what is popping on the subreddit. I've actually never been on entitled people. I usually just stay on entitled parents, but hey, let's see what is popular today. The first one is, you work from home so you can watch my kids, right? That is not how it works, because if you work from home, you have like a lot of things to do and it's hard to keep up with children, depending on their age though. I had babysat my neighbor's kids once because I work from home. One morning, she knocked on my door in a rush and asked if I could watch the kids for an hour because she was on a date with her friends. Before I could even respond, she was already in her car. She had just left her 2 toddlers in my apartment. What? Not without confirmation is crazy. Just leaving them, that's insane. Terrible parenting. This is entitled parents as well. I had to call her back to explain that to her that I couldn't do that because I was in a Zoom meeting, and told her to come get them. And she responded by saying, well, if you're home anyways, what's the big deal? Okay, look, toddlers is not okay to leave like unattended. If it was older, like 10 years old, like my niece, I could understand, because usually they can entertain themselves. They're pretty mature anyways. But toddlers, pretty crazy. You never know. They could hurt themselves. There's just like actual dangerous. The big deal is that they're not mine, and I do not run a free childcare out of my living room. Yeah, you can't be worried about someone else's kid that just got left upon you. That's so messed up. Actually, let's read some of the comments. The big deal is that you'll be arrested for child abandonment. Get your sorry ass back here now. Sorry if you guys hear background noise, by the way. Sora is going rampant right now with his mouse toy, and Cloud is lollygagging off somewhere. Who knows? Oh yeah, you heard your name. You want to come in the video then? I guess he heard me talk about him, and now he's like, don't talk. Are you entitled? You think you're entitled? You're pretty entitled, man. You're spoiled. That's what you are. He got a litter box and everything. What's your plan here? Okay, sorry. He was like messing with stuff. All right, next one is, neighbor asked me to mow their lawn too since I already have the mower out. Oh, dude, come on. Unless it's a really, really, really old dude, like, or old woman, maybe. But like, cause then I would feel bad. But like, what? You know how hard it is to mow a lawn in general? Well, granted, if you have like a industrial lawnmower, okay, it makes it a little bit easier. But it's usually hot as hell when you're mowing lawn, and like mowing your lawn or any lawns. And then there's like bugs, and it's just a process. I used to mow my dad's lawn. Luckily, I have a guy who helps me with mine. But you know, I pay him. Was mowing my lawn Saturday afternoon, sweating like hell, and just trying to get it done before it hit 90 degrees. Exactly. It's so hot, especially this time of year. Neighbor across the street waves me down and goes, hey, since you already have the mower out, mind doing mine too? Yeah, you gave me a couple $100 maybe. I laughed a little, thought she was joking. She wasn't. Added, it's like not even big, just the front part. Wow. What? I said, sure, no problem. You're hiring me now? She looked at me like I was the rude one and just walked back inside. Yeah, what did she just think? Like people just do stuff for others for free that they don't even know well? Like that's crazy. That is actually the definition of entitled. That was like 3 days ago. Grass still looking feral. Guess the mower being out wasn't quite convenient enough. Do people not understand? Like I can understand mowing your own lawn when it's hot. It's a process, and I get that. But you could also find somebody, and I got really lucky. I mean, I have a pretty decent yard, and I pay probably $55 every, he comes every 3 weeks, which that's like in my opinion, that's a steal. But he cuts it so fast. But again, I don't have like a massive yard or anything though. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have the money, then cut your own lawn. It is what it is. People aren't going to be doing it for you for free. If my neighbor, my elderly, or otherwise in any situation that made it difficult for them to mow their lawn, I'd likely consider it. Guessing in this case, she's just lazy though. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. If they're old, like that's a little bit different, because then you're like, I almost feel bad. Like it's gonna be hard for them to cut their own lawn. We have an 85-year-old neighbor who insists he is still able to mow his lawn. He can't. So my husband sneaks over there and mows it super early in the morning. Aw, that's so sweet. Your husband's a freaking legend. Early in the morning when he knows the neighbor will still be asleep before he does ours. He also mowed another pregnant neighbor's lawn without being asked because her husband was working 2 jobs. He would highly object to somebody else telling him his mower is already out, so he just do theirs too. My hubby is already a really sweet man and is always willing to help out, but he would have just laughed his way back into the shed at the audacity. Yeah, it's like one thing to be asking, and it's like another thing to like, yeah, like that's just awesome. Like it's so cool of him to do that for the pregnant neighbor and also the old man. All right, this one says, my coworker told HR I was too negative after my dog had just passed. What? A couple months ago, my dog passed away unexpectedly. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks, especially unexpectedly. She'd been with me through college, my first job, breakups, just everything. I was absolutely a mess for a bit, which is completely understandable as a pet owner, especially dogs. Dogs have like a really tight bond with you. Still showed up to work, got things done, but yeah, I wasn't Miss Sunshines for a few days. I didn't chat much, skipped the dumb office memes, just kept to myself and powered through, which is completely fine. Like I know some people that are like that in office settings normally. Like I worked with many guys back when I was selling insurance that was just like that. They got there, they got their job done. And some of those people are like the chillest dudes because or women, because at the end of the day, like there's no beef or drama because you don't really think they get their job done. That's it. I'm like, hey, it's kind of like gym bros. You know, you go in there, you're like, sup, nice lift. Thanks. Boom. We're boys now. HR calls me in one day and says someone anonymously reported me for being unapproachable and negative. Like, bro, I'm not yelling or slamming things. I'm just quiet. Sorry I'm not laughing at TikToks with you while I grieve. Yeah, what the hell? Not everyone has to be so, like, social and, like, extroverted. They're just minding their own business. Later found out it was this one dude I barely talked to who felt uncomfortable, quote unquote, around me because I seemed cold. What the actual hell? People need to realize that not everything is about them. You're not entitled to someone else's emotional energy, especially when they're just trying to survive. What are with these people? Yeah, and like it's definitely an ego, like a little bit of a main character, like, oh, the world revolves around me. Everyone needs to be nice to me. And like a little bit of immaturity too, because I feel like as you get older, you start realizing like some people genuinely, their personality types are just like that. Like I meet people out all the time where whether they're friends of mine or not, and they just don't want to social, and that's completely fine. Like the moment you realize that, the moment people actually appreciate you more in your presence because you're not forcing anything on them. That's just I'm an extreme extrovert too, and that's saying a lot. Sometimes I just don't want to talk to somebody. Oh wow, okay, this one sounds interesting. I hate when this happens. Entitled stranger tried to claim my reserved seat, then got mad when I sat anyways. Got on a long train ride, found a woman sitting in a seat I reserved. I politely pointed it out, and she said, I am comfortable here. Buddy, too bad. It's still my seat, and I probably paid for it too. Can't you just find another seat? I calmly told her no, it's a reserved seat, and I would like to sit here. She scoffed, rolled her eyes, and got up like I'd just kick her out of her own seat. She got off after some stops and said, people like you ruin everything. What? I said that I followed the rules and sat where I paid for it. Yeah, so you paid for that seat too. And usually reserved seating is typically better or in a position that you want. So what people like her ruin everything. Honestly, like that is projecting at a maximum. People who obviously entitled, the terminology, but also just like genuinely just don't value other people's presence, time, effort, everything. And they think that everything is what is important. They're entitled to the attention and whatever they want. Like those are genuinely the worst people. And, going on our little rant here, the worst of the worst is the people who started from the bottom, who in a position where they're not very entitled, but then as they gain success, gain popularity, they lose themselves. They forget what it's like, and then they become entitled people, because that's even worse to me because, bro, you know how it was like down here. And then like, I hope that never happens to me. If it ever does happen to me with the popularity of YouTube, I mean, I doubt I will ever get that big on YouTube. But if, let's say I get 1 million subscribers one day, right? And you guys see me at all entitled, I want you guys to smack me. Not like my head completely off type beat, but like, just give me a little like pop, and then be like, what are you doing, buddy? And I'll remember this video and this moment. I hope that never happens though. What? Hold up, what the heck? Entitled coworker insists I change vacation days because her trip is more fun than mine. That is entitlement to the T. Let's read this. At my workplace, we have to ask for vacation time months in advance at work because there are only a certain number of people can be off at a certain time. Same with my workspace. I get my employees to always ask me ahead of time. There are a couple times where they'll book together, and it's kind of annoying because I get understaffed, but I booked a week of vacation for a family reunion. First time we've all been together in years. Along comes Karen, who probably didn't plan ahead and now wants to take the exact same week off for a Cancun trip with her friends. I feel like, okay, well, let's continue this before I say anything. When she finds out I already had these week approved, she asked me to cancel mine. Brother, what? I laughed first because I thought she was kidding. She wasn't. It always goes like that. When someone says something so preposterous, you're just like, you can't help but to laugh. And then you're like, oh, wait, you're serious? She said, well, it's just a family thing, right? Mine is a real vacation with more fun than yours. I already told everyone I'm going. Oh, too bad. Too bad, Becky. You're gonna have to tell everyone that you can't go now. And you're, oh, that makes me feel even better about this. Cause like, I'm glad you told everyone. I'm such an asshole. Do you not realize how important family things are? They obviously must not value their families. Cause I feel like, in my opinion, my family trips are even more important than my friend trips because I go on friend trips more often, to me at least. Like I went on a trip to New York City, and like for me personally, I feel like as my parents are getting older, it's more indicative that I spend time with them as much as possible. And then also with my niece, because I don't see her so often, that's just so important. So like, how Cancun with friends versus that, like, get out of here. She didn't like that answer and actually tried to guilt trip me in front of other coworkers, saying that I'm being selfish and wrecking her once in a lifetime trip. Brother, you can go to Cancun anytime. Like, right now, Charlotte to Cancun, I could go literally in 2 weeks, 365. I mean, 365 isn't cheap, but it's also not like the most expensive trip. Come on, buddy. Once in a lifetime? Is it really once in a, like, that's so crazy. I feel like if you went like Bora Bora or something, maybe like Japan, look at Cancun. Side note, she goes on at least 3 vacations a year. Yeah, there we go. When I wouldn't budge, she went to our manager and complained. Luckily, my boss wasn't stupid and said no. If she wanted the time off that badly, she would have given advance notice. Yeah, she asked after. She was pouted for days and gave me the cold shoulder all over vacation days. Good for her. She's a little child. She's a man child or a woman child. Like, come on. Sounds like a win all around. You get to go on your reunion. Plus, she has to miss her more fun trip. Added bonus, she's giving you the silent treatment. If I were you, I'd play the lottery. Good fortune is on your side. Yeah, for real. You're getting like 3-for-1 deal right there. Guys, by the way, side note, I am so excited to start streaming. My suspension from YouTube's monetization should end June 9th. And then I get to reapply. I don't know how long that's going to take. But as soon as that's done, we're rolling. We're going to start doing some streams, some other type of contents beyond just Reddit reads. I'm just doing Reddit reads right now because it's just probably the easiest thing that I enjoy still doing for you guys rather than like commentary yet, because it does take me longer to do that. So don't worry, that is coming soon. So I'm excited for that. All right, anyways, let's back to the video. Wait, what? Mom demands discount on my artwork because it should be free for mothers. What artwork should be free? No artwork should be free if you put the time in it. I'm a digital commissioner part-time and an artist. It's another way of earning extra income, and I like working with clients. Early last month, my neighbor Barley, what a name, Sorry if your name is Barley, by the way. That's so mean of me to say. It's just an interesting name. I haven't seen many names like Barley. Isn't barley like a vegetable or something? Not a vegetable. It's a wheat, right? Ancient cereal grain like rice, quinoa, and oats. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna name my kid. All right, I'm gonna stop. All right, early last month, my neighbor Barley ordered a commissioned portrait for her and the children. I offered her my base price, which is fair considering the time and effort that goes into each piece. Oh, so like your normal rate. Barley came and told me that she loves my work and her children are young and Mother's Day is approaching. So shouldn't this be a Mother's Day gift freebie for her? Wait. This is your neighbor, not your own mother. And she's asking for a Mother's Day gift to her, who you don't even know like that. It's your neighbor. What? She told me how moms do everything for everyone. What has she done for you? And how she deserved a break. And even though that might be true, that you deserved a break, you're not deserving of other people's time. What kind of entitled ass shit is that? She even mentioned it would be the perfect gift, Mother's Day gift, and you're not just helping me, you're helping my kids too. Okay, I still just did a bunch of work for you. You're not gonna pay for this? I initially assumed that she was only joking. There we go. It always starts like that with entitled people. But she was quite serious. I tried to explain that a lot of my time and energy I spend a lot of my time and energy on these commissions. And as such, my prices are reflective of that. But she said that I was taking advantage of people by charging for something that should be a heartful gesture. What? Has she never worked for anything in her life? She even said you should want to make moms happy. It's not like you're selling a car. Wow. First off, you're not my mother or her mother. Second off, that statement right there pissed me off. It's not like you're selling a car. Yeah, but you're still selling your time. It's a trade. It doesn't matter what you do. The fact that you want something from this person means that that is of value. If it's not of value, then you wouldn't have even wanted to start with Barley. I tactically declined and told her that I couldn't give it away. Her response, she told me that I should give her a discount because she's a mom and she's had a hard year. Yeah, oh my God. Are you serious right now? You know how many other people are also moms and had a worse year and don't get whatever they want? I'm just so confused by this level of entitlement. I mean, I adore moms, but that doesn't mean that I should always give my work away for free. Yeah, that's insane. This has me, rant time. Again, I'm sorry. But it reminds me of times where I'll hear stories, or I'll even experience this back in the day, back when I was doing other services as well. Or even when I'm, as I own a nail salon now. I hate when people who are friends of yours, and it's always like kind of close friends. I mean, not close friends. It's like distant friends that aren't super, super close to you. Expect you to give them stuff for free. And or I'll go on a date with a girl and then they find out that I own a nail salon. They're like, oh, so I get my nails for free, huh? And I'm like, no. And sometimes I would give a close friend. I'll give you an example. I got a friend who's getting married and she's a close friend of mine. So I told her, hey, your nails are going to be paid for. And that's different. If I'm going out of my way as a gift, that's different. But if I'm not, you're expected to pay, buddy. And if you don't say anything at all, I probably would give you a discount. But now that you think you're entitled to my stuff, I'm not giving you a discount at all. And I always think about that way with friends of mine that are photographers and things like that. They just think they're entitled to I had a friend who was getting married and another friend who was a photographer asked them, that first friend getting married asked them to do their wedding photography pics for free. Brother, do you understand how hard it is to do wedding photography? There's so much editing involved, things like that. It's expensive for a reason. Anyways, all right, I digress. You're right. I think I'm going to paint something and send it to my mother. Thanks for the idea. Could you imagine? Yeah, that's a good response. Because my mother needs a good Mother's Day present too. Yeah, exactly. These are so crazy. You're an adult. Give my kid your seat. What? I was on a train. Lots of train stories today. Exhausted after work, sitting in my window seat. A woman tapped at me and said, my son wants the window. I would have looked at her and be like, okay, well, I'll throw him out of it. I'm just playing. I wouldn't say that. You have had your turn. Wait, what? She said, my son wants the window. You have had your turn. What the hell? That's some type of psycho. How do you not know how to socialize and how society works? I politely said no. She called me selfish and tried to get the conductor to make me move. He just said, seats are not assigned. Move if you want. Do not if you don't want. Yeah, what the hell? Like, why would, that is so crazy that she got the conductor in on it, even though the conductor is like, that's not how it works either. She walked off muttering and about how rude people are these days. Lady, your entitlement is not my problem. I love how she's talking about herself. Rude people. Projection. Was that the only window seat in the entire tram? If not, she should have just asked someone else instead of harassing you after you said no. She was right in one thing though. People are rude these days. She was a perfect example of that. Exactly. Entitled cousin needs my car to impress her high-profile classmates. Oh, bro, come on. You're gonna borrow someone's car just to impress somebody? If you have to borrow something like a car to impress your friend, like high-profile classmates, you probably shouldn't even care about their opinions. And two, if something so superficial as a car impresses somebody, that person is not worthy of impressing, in my opinion. I have a new SUV that I struggled hard to be able to afford. Lena, on the other hand, has a reputation that she has wrecked 2 cars over the past 3 years. Oh, that's a hard no for me then. Doesn't own insurance and is constantly job hopping. No insurance? Lena asked me whether she could borrow my car for the weekend. I asked her why. She told me that she was going to a small party with some high-profile friends. Wow, so she's an adult. I thought she was like a teenager. This makes it even worse because you're a whole-ass adult doing dumbass shit like this. And she can't be seen arriving on foot or on public transport. Oh, really? Your high-profile friends will look down on you if you arrive on foot? Dude, I'm pretty sure I arrive to most things on foot. Even if you drive a car, right? You still have to arrive on foot technically, right? I asked her where it was, and it was not even perhaps a 20-minute bus ride from where she was. Also, strategy, if she really wanted to, right? Call an Uber Black, like a nice car. And then you look classy, and you can be like, yeah, I didn't want to drive today because I didn't want to drive my BMW, or like you could fake whatever you want since you're obviously a phony anyways. Or on top of that, go public transport, go to the stop before, walk there and tell them that you got dropped off by the Uber down there. Make up some fucking story or something, dude, if you really care that much. I asked her where it was. It was not even perhaps a 20-minute bus ride from where she was. So I told her, why not just take the public transport? Her response, you kidding me? You want me to arrive like some classless girl while my friends pull up in Benzes and Audis? It's hard for you to get it because you don't hang out with rich friends and try to fit in and try to fit. Buddy, I have rich friends. I have poor friends. My rich friends do not give a flying piece of shit that I used to drive a 2007 Corolla. Maybe they're not this level of rich. It seems like she's like on like some Beverly Hills type rich. Like I have like Greensboro rich, which is like not even that crazy. But yeah, I feel like genuine people, regardless of your wealth status, do not, and if they are real friends, truly do not care like at all about whatever stuff you got. I give you an example. My sister's boyfriend, he's loaded. And I love it because he dresses in Walmart clothes. I think that's sick. Or Amazon or whatever. It's not expensive clothes. And like, I think that's awesome. And he doesn't judge anybody based on what car they drive. He judges them based on their merit and work ethic. At this point, I'm just blinking at my phone in disbelief. Then I told her, first off, I'm not handing over my car to anyone, let alone somebody who's crashed theirs two in the last few years and doesn't even have proper insurance. Second, your poor planning is not my emergency. Then she said I'm mocking her. Maybe you are, and you should. No, take an Uber. That's exactly what I was thinking. Uber Black is not that expensive. I mean, it is kind of, but not much more than an Uber. And if you really want to impress your friends, you might as well fork out a little bit, right, Bo? All right, let's read one more good one. Wait, what? That time a lady tried to fight a 13-year-old me at Subway. Good old Subway. Real quick throwback story. One time in middle school, I was at Subway on my lunch break. Wait, you got to go to Subway in middle school? Or wait, no, so like your parents must have taken you or something? There was this woman ahead of me who, no matter what the poor Subway worker did, she kept screaming and insulting her work ethic. while insisting that her sub was being ruined and made wrong. How? Subway literally makes everything so uniform. Even the cheese slices are planned to just flop on. How do you mess up? What are you talking about? She'd asked for extra lettuce and then screamed, "That's too much lettuce. Who could eat that much lettuce?" Bro, what? Even if it is too much, why is that your response? Like, just be like, "Oh, could I have a little bit less?" That's a normal response. Also, who couldn't eat that much lettuce? That's crazy. Eventually, she said her sub was ruined and she should get it for free. Oh, yeah, I hate these people. They will do anything for free stuff. Like, as a nail salon owner, yeah, this happens. They will complain about little bitty things and expect their service to be free because they messed it up so bad, quote unquote. 13-year-old me frequent the Subway and really liked the ladies who worked there. So I told a lady to chill out and stop being so rude. This woman, who was at least 40 something and a lot bigger than me, got in my face and started yelling about how I shouldn't mind adults' businesses and I was being a brat, etc., etc. At this point, the Subway worker fully kicked her out and haha, no sub for you, dumb bitch. The worker also gave me a free cookie for standing up. Aw, that's awesome. So you ever witness some BS, you should say something because it's the right thing to do and you might get a free cookie. Also, the lady who worked there told me this was something that she experiences daily. Wow. Yeah, being in the service industry, I wouldn't say it's daily for me, but like it happens probably once a month, which is insane to me and honestly really sad. Well, fast food, I can understand. I mean, I used to work at McDonald's, so I kind of get it. We would have like a crappy worker probably 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, let's end it on that note. Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This was fun. It's very, very similar to Entitled Parents, just a little bit more broad. I like the subreddit. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. And for the Patreon folks, I'll catch you guys there. If you guys are interested, first link in the description. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe notification bell. You guys know the deal. I would love to see you guys in tomorrow's video. So catch you guys in the next one. Bye.